I feel this class has built a strong starting point for the rest of my educational and professional career. I gained skills throughout the course, such as how to talk to a large crowd, how to give an effective presentation, through more visual and less wordy slides, and that bullets kill your presentation. I learned the skills necessary to one day get a job in the industry and truly stand out from the rest when it comes to presenting information. I developed a personal ability to not use parasite words as much, yet still make it so there is little to no downtime when I don't want it. During creative presentation, we had our final presentation that was a bit terrifying at first. However, using the skills I developed over the course, such as during the integrative learning activities, I was able to somehow mold it together into a semi-coherent form. Before that, the time in CRP itself didn't really feel that project-driven. I was able to learn a lot more effectively instead of having to worry about constant major deadlines. This was all amazingly helpful for my personal growth as well. My, my professional growth was impacted as well. I learned how to speak professionally and how to convey information efficiently. This will prove to be invaluable in my future career as a game designer, since it will help me convey my ideas to a team and hopefully get my own game created someday. This is my one goal in life for the moment. I feel I gained some insight as well through all of this. Before, I thought presentations were thrown together on a whim, but now I know they take true effort. I am proud of how my work turned out in the end. I got back what I put into the class. As for changing things, I would have engaged in class a little bit more. I stayed more of a silent observer. I wish I would have asked a bit more questions. The desire to learn now has pushed me beyond that, though. This course itself has pushed me to learn more about presentations as well. I really want to get to know how things like E3 presentations are crafted. Those were always truly inspiring to me, and I want to get to know them a little bit more behind the scenes. I don't really notice when things go wrong either. I'd like to study them intently and look for major successful points and times where it kind of fell flat, or when the audience wasn't all that interested. I feel as for the future, learning has been impacted as well. I learned what is necessary in classwork, and the classes don't have to be 100% serious all the time. A bit of play can go a long way. My learning process kind of developed over time to fit the atmosphere. I feel I've really grown as a person. Throughout that, though, I've made some other friends in creative presentation as well as psychology of play. Throughout all of these assignments, all of this time, I feel even now all of this still stays with me. Additionally, I feel it'll stay with me for many, many years to come. All of this has been truly important to me. To wrap things up, I'd just like to take a moment to say that this class has truly impacted my life, and also it's impacted the lives of those around me. One day this class I'll be able to look back on and think that this was the class that started my career at Full Sail and my career in the future. Throughout all this time, I will look back on this class and just keep thinking of what I could have done, what I should have done, and what I will do, all thanks to this class. This class will help me present all the information necessary and will move on all the way through the future. Thank you. And as a final side note, I'd like to add one more thing. Through all of this time, the visual storytelling has been possibly the most impactful part, as I was able to get everyone's starting story. All of these stories that will eventually come together to go all the way through Full Sail.